Could you kindly introduce yourself for me?
I'm Mashid Turner. I'm a student at Durham University. I'm studying at the theology department about the psycho-spiritual aspects of mental health according to Said Nursi.
Fantastic, that sounds great. So why are you doing your PhD on Sayyid Nursi?
Because he is, I have studied Said Nursi's work for nearly over 30 years, and I'm familiar with his work, and he talks about a lot of things in today's language. That's why the word mujaddid is used for him by many. So it's easy to understand and read. He talks, emphasis is on the subject of belief rather than just it's a taqlidi imitation in Islam, but it's also very much stresses on belief as well, and that's really important for me.
Wow, well, 30 years is a very long time to look into somebody's work. You must have learned a lot. Can you just give us a little highlight about some of the things that really interested you the most?
There's just so much, it's difficult to express it, really. I think in Arabic, Nursi stresses the fact that belief should be tahqiqi, means through investigation, not taqlidi, which is through imitation. That's just one of the things that is really important for me, because a lot of Muslims are sort of cultural Muslims, not through investigation. Also, concepts like ma'naya ismi and ma'naya harfi, looking at creation purely from a very superficial level, rather than looking behind the creation and seeing what they mean and trying to interpret it, what they mean. And these sort of concepts are sort of amazing. I never really, and there's so many of them that Nursi introduces, that I never thought of Islam in this way before I started to study Sayyid Nursi.
Has studying the teaching of Sayyid Nursi affected your way of thinking on a personal level?
Yes, definitely it has. It's really, Islam is no longer just a traditional culture for me. Islam it would be limiting it really to call it a way of life. In fact, it's the way of life, because that's the way our innate nature is. I realize that now that doing, for example, salat, prayer, is not it's a cumbersome task that has to be given to us, but it's part of my innate nature. The link that Sayyid Nursi makes with our humanity being in balance with the rest of the creation by being a Muslim and through belief is amazing, and it's become really apparent.
Okay, so to what extent do you advise others to kind of look into the work of Sayyid Nursi?
Start by reading Sayyid Nursi. Probably best in a group, because if you try to read it by yourself, it can be quite difficult. But, as they say, 2 or 3 or 4 heads is better than one. So it's really good to try and read, not just read it like a book, but try and study it. And that's, start reading Nursi and don't interpret the words superficially. It can be dangerous. It's like reading the Quran and trying to sort of understand or disagree at a superficial level. You need to read it to understand the in-depth of what Sayyid Nursi is saying.
So how important is it for people to look into his work in depth?
Well, it's really important, because the concepts that may be difficult or may have been difficult to understand, for example, not everyone can understand Ghazali or other philosophers, but he uses the similar concepts in today's language. So the importance is it's a life-changing experience, in that it makes life purposeful. So how important can that be, really?
Totally agree. Okay, to wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to add?
Not really, just I hope as many people are fortunate enough to have become familiar with Sayyid Nursi as I have.
Thank you very much, and it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.